My name is Juliana Sanchez, and this is my final presentation for LS 200 at the University of Illinois at Chicago. So this is my personal branding statement. As an English major with a concentration in professional writing and a minor in disability and human development, I am driven by a commitment to advocacy, authenticity, and amplifying marginalized voices. Through inclusive storytelling and strategic communication, I strive to bring awareness to the systemic challenges faced by disabled individuals, LGBTQ plus communities, immigrants, women, and culturally diverse populations. I aspire to work with nonprofits with my skill of creating compelling narratives to inspire change, foster empathy, and challenge equity for people and for animals. And then these images over here are just an outline of some of my interests, some of my accomplishments. So Paul Chicago is a nonprofit organization that I have a lot of importance with. I value their message and what they hope to bring and what they do for animals. And then I really love reading, and I love just making sure people feel included and just inspiring change and career readiness. And then I'm also a part of the National English Honor Society. And then for my 5 Clifton strengths, I have relator, adaptability, intellection, context, and harmony. So relator is I've contributed to these strengths by establishing connections on LinkedIn, polishing my profile to include my current goals and achievements. And with the relator, I inspire to find the deeper meanings of things and concepts. And then with adaptability, I'm managing a workload of responsibilities regarding home life, work life, and academics. And then change inspires solutions rather than setbacks. So I focus more on what can we do to fix this, not this is always going to stay this way. And then coping with the political and social changes of our society while maintaining a strong foundation in my studies and professional expertise is an example of how I've attributed adaptability in my academic life. And then with intellection, I have a desire to seek answers to a wide range of topics, deep conversations rather than small talk. And then one of my writing projects for a class that revolves around my concentration, editing and publishing, required me to reflect on past experiences to create a nonfiction narrative, and I was inspired to write about a difficult but memorable event in my life. And because of my strength in intellection, I got a really good grade on that assignment, and my professor was very enthusiastic about the topic, and she gave me good feedback. And then with context, I'm breaking down topics to understand how they came to be and what change has accompanied them, and it allows for a deeper, detail-oriented understanding of various subjects. So rather than just taking a quick Google search of something that whenever I'm have a specific question that just pops in my head, I'm more inclined to spend like an hour just surfing through the internet trying to break it down and understand all the aspects of that topic rather than just looking at one part of it. I like breaking things down. And then with harmony, I'm striving for agreement between groups or individuals. I encourage productivity and efficiency. So I don't like conflict. I really try to avoid it as much as possible. But I mean, we are human beings. There is going to be conflict. So with harmony, even though I strive away from conflict, I also work on my skills in order to fix or address conflict. And then with my career readiness competencies, I picked 3. So equity and inclusion, career and self-development, and technology. So with equity and inclusion, the way that I've applied this in my academics is by including the perspectives of various social groups when creating pieces of writing. And this picture over here is a blog post I had to write I chose to write the topic on it, but it just had to be a blog post on a subject. And it was an assignment, and I was able to educate my peers on something that affects people that receive Social Security income from the government. And so I broke down how specifically the disabled community, how those that receive government help, how in some circumstances, like breaking it down in how in some states, their benefits are taken away if they are suspected to be married or in a relationship or living with another person. So I was able to break down, okay, how is this group affected? And then I picked a specific part of the disabled community, so those that receive benefits, because not all those part of the disabled community receive benefits, but there's also another issue of, okay, there's all these restrictions on who can receive these benefits and how much they receive. And then I also wanted to just focus on, okay, in what states, how much, like what restrictions that, where their benefits are being taken away, okay, what other implications are there for these people? Like, how do these implications affect their social lives? How does it affect their relationships with other people? And like, this is all just coming from one marginalized group. So I really love including social issues that, people aren't really aware of that. So, and then with career and self-development, I was connecting with professionals on LinkedIn, at job fairs, university courses. I was revising my resume. I was navigating career and internship opportunities on Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed. And then with technology, I was also practicing interview skills on the AI tool that we use for LAS 200. I was also harnessing my technology skills on Excel and improving my critical thinking skills on LinkedIn Learning modules. So now what? With all the resources and skills that I have learned throughout this semester, I can apply them to my career development journey. So because of this course, like, I was able to explore some of my curiosities, and now I feel I have a better framework of where I can start exploring my interests. So some of those things that I will be exploring are how to be more involved for underserved communities through nonprofit work, whether grant writing, whether press releases, activism, and how to inspire conversations about change in our society. This class has helped me find ways to find purpose within my desired field and interest. I feel more confident about my skills to inspire change for others and for myself. I hope to work with a nonprofit organization after graduation, whether it be humanitarian services, working with a publishing company that holds my interest. And I really value how much this class was able to help me figure out more about myself, because I had taken a strengths assessment like in the past before for high school and middle school, and they always seemed very minuscule and just a waste of time. But with this class, it was more than just taking the strengths assessment. You were establishing your strengths, you were working on them, and then you're actively learning all these tools on how to harness each individual strength and weaknesses, not just your strengths. So this class really allows you to evaluate like what you're good at and what you're not good at. And everybody has stuff that they're good and not good at. And so within like these career fields, like certain career fields, they're going to have people that are good at this thing and not good at another. And so with all these AI tools and technology that we have and the practice that we can participate in, it can really help people in harnessing just their professionalism and just incorporating their skills and just doing better in the workplace. And I really appreciated taking this class. So my conclusion. So one key takeaway to future students interested in this course, I would share that while it is a 1-credit course, that 1 credit accounts for so much more. You walk away from this course knowing you have several backup plans for graduating. And I don't mean like if you don't graduate. I mean as if, okay, I've graduated, now what do I do? How do I find an internship? How do I find a job? Where do I make these connections? What events do I go to make these connections? Because it's like people go to a job fair and they're like, okay, I have my resume and nobody's coming up to me. It's like you also have to appear approachable. You have to have a certain look. Like you have to, you can't wear like sandals to a job interview. Things like that. And then your nerves are reassured. You don't feel as discouraged about your plan. You have more professional skills and know that strategies help improve those skills and how to practice them to perfection with the help of AI and as well as the strategies that we would learn in class. This class also frameworks AI as a helpful guide to breaking down concepts making connections, revamping a personal branding statement. Before I took this class, I didn't even know what a personal branding statement was, so that was really helpful. And then how to better your writing and critical thinking, not replace it with AI. And then some benefits of taking this course. This class has helped me find ways to find a purpose within my desired field of interest. I feel more confident about my goals to inspire change and for others. I hope to work with a nonprofit. Yeah. And so I feel more confident in just the interest that I've chosen as well, because my first year at UIC, I questioned whether I picked the right major, even though English was the one subject I always flourished in and what always came easy to me. The teacher that I had my first year really derailed my confidence in my skills, and just it added to my negativity about my my goals, I guess. And so with this course, I really appreciated the professor and her enthusiasm in just not only teaching us how to be better students, but how to be better professionals, and just how to feel better about what path you've taken, and even just if you don't feel reassured about the path or field that you've chosen to study, like how to navigate around that, how to concentrate. Okay, even though I'm struggling with this field, maybe there's a different like route I can take, but still stay within this field so that I don't have to change my major, because maybe you still enjoy it or hold some significance to it. So I really loved that about this course. Anyways, thank you. I think that finalizes my experience.